Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. It is Friday for you, but it's actually Thursday for me. I am pre-recording because I will be camping when you guys are. I'll be on my way to camping while you guys are watching today's live. I have a very exciting live for you guys today. We're going to be doing some junk journaling. I quickly just want to remind you our open house is next week. That is, I can't remember the exact date, so I don't want to give you the wrong date. Let me pull up my calendar. The 26th and 27th. So that's a Friday, Saturday. And we have 4 cards, different cards each day. So if you wanted to come for both days, then you will get to create 8 different cards total. But you can come for just one. You can purchase your ticket ahead of time, or if you're not sure you're going to make it, you can stop in on the day of and purchase your ticket here when you arrive. But there will be lots of surprise bags. There is a maximum of 2 per person. We have those done and ready to go, and there are some really good surprise bags in there. And those are just in store only. Then we also have some deals and discounts that you can find in store as well. So I'm going to jump into today's session because I only have a little bit of, it'll take me a while to do this, and I just want to make sure I don't run out of time. So this is the Hello Fall Junk Journal and Ephemera book from Ciao Bella. There are, I think, 4 new ones. We have, I believe, 8 older ones as well that should have stock in it, hopefully. It was sold out, but we just got our inventory and the new collection. So I'll go through the junk journal and ephemera book. This is the fall one. I wanted to pick something that was in season right now. There are some winter and Christmas ones, but this is, I feel like fall is in full swing now. They've got the Halloween candy at the grocery stores, and fall leaves are definitely starting to show. So on the front cover, on the inside of the front cover, you've got some elements you can fussy cut. You've also got a large page of stickers. So on one side of the paper, there's a page of elements to cut. Then you have a image on one side. Some cute little woodland animals. Lots of really pretty orange florals. Really pretty background paper. Another page of stickers here. This actually looks like a full scene in itself. You could cut that out and put it together. Pumpkins, some fall leaves and mushrooms. I think this might be a tag or a bookmark, maybe. I just love all the oranges and the browns in here. Got some pumpkins, more florals. Again, this could be a tag or a bookmark. This is stickers as well. Some more woodland animals. Some more stickers, and then this page opens up and you've got some different elements you can cut out, as well as a few pockets. And then the back is just patterned. All right, let's get into it. So I have my book here. I have 2 journal pages. I might as well show you. This is one using the Arden Seasons of Joy. This is just something I like to do. It's fun. It gets my mind off things, and it's nice. It's a good distraction sometimes. And then this is a different Ciao Bella junk journal using the new collection that I did. Right, let's get to it. I'm going to open to a fresh page. And I'm going to grab, I have a little craft mat. I like to sandwich this between my pages as I ink just to keep the other pages clean so I'm not getting ink all over those. I'm going to do my background, I think a brown mixed with some orange. So vintage photo is normally my go-to color. So I've got 4 colors here that I think all go together. We've got vintage photo, dried marigold, tea dye, and wild honey. I'm going to place these where I don't get them mixed up. Okay, grab a brush. I think I might start with let's start with the dried marigold. And I'm going to do 2 pages, so I'm not going to worry about if I get ink on the other page here. So I'm just roughly blending some of that marigold. Then I'll do some tea dye. Just get some different colors mixed in there. Okay, then vintage photo, and this is going to get focused on the edges. Okay, that looks pretty good so far. Now let's do the other side. So I'm just going to push that. Okay, so I didn't use any wild honey. I'm going to put some on my brush and grab a scrap piece of paper and just see what the color. Okay, it's a bit too bright, I think. I might just add it to some areas where it's a bit white. I don't want it to be its own little focus color. Okay, dried marigold, that's the one I used on most of this. I actually didn't dry this mat, so I'm hoping I think there might be green on it. I'm hoping it doesn't transfer. I might flip it over and use that side. It looked a little too dirty. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a workout with all this blending. I'm just going to add more along the edges. All right, that's good there. I'm going to grab a same brush. I'm going to go into the tea dye and add some of that where it's a bit white or light in color. And I did do a bit of wild honey over top. And then the vintage photo, I'm going to grab the same brush actually. Focus that along the edge. All right, I think I've got the background done. Now, I think I might stencil. I grabbed this texture one. Then I also have this one here, which is pretty nice. I'm going to map out my, what I think I'm going to do for actually no, I'm going to ink everything. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. I have cut out some elements that I'm planning on using. So what I'm going to do is just take a small blending brush and take some colors that kind of go with all the images. So I've got the vintage photo. I'm just going to do this around the edges. This will hide any white that I may have missed. I always like to ink around the edges of anything that I fussy cut. So that's done. I can set that aside. Do the girl. I'm just using what's left over because I don't want it to be too dark on my brush for this image in particular. Even if you can still see the white, it's just not so vibrant. It'll just mute it and make it kind of blend into the background, not so in your face. That should be good. And then the butterfly is a bit orange, so I'm going to dip into the orange. It's a bit more red than orange, but this will work. It'll do the job. Just to hide any. There's a bit of brown on the brush anyway, so it mixed together will hide white. And then this, I don't want yellow on, so I'm going to grab a scrap paper and just wipe my brush. And I'm going to dip it in the tea dye. And then just go along the edge. There's another one that's the same, just a different image. Add the same thing. that's done. All right, I've got pumpkin, I've got orange flower. I'm just gonna grab some things that are similar in color. And I'm going to do a little bit of the dried marigold. I think that's a better color, the dried marigold. And just blend that around all my images. That is a much better color. And then the tree. Right, and then the flowers. I did grab a green, so I am going to grab a green one and just put the green over the leaves. Just make it easier for myself. Have a little bit of green here. Should be good enough. And then I'll need brown. I have to be careful around this one because there's so many little pieces. Oops, I don't want the green. I'm going to close that before I dip back in by accident. And I'm just adding brown around everything else. Right. This I'm going to leave. I'm going to ink these though. Brown. I've got quite a bit of white on here. So you can see there's a lot of white right there. All I do is I just put brown over top and then it's not so noticeable. Alrighty, my last few elements. Got the rabbit. Pine cone. I'm just picking up whatever's left on my mat. And then we'll do the butterfly. Okay. I actually have 4 green leaves, so I am going to close these. And quickly add too much ink. Right. That should be good. I'm going to move this all out of the way. I do. I should have grabbed more magnets, but I have a couple here. I'm going to map out my pages now. Wipe my fingers because I've got yellow and orange and brown all over them. Right, let's see. Oh, I just realized magnets aren't going to work on this because it's too thick. Paper. Okay. I think I'm going to do that one there. Maybe something like this, potentially. this in the top. Something like that. Bunny. Okay, I'm just gonna keep piecing some things not there. I don't know if that's too much in that corner. So I've got a flower and I could tuck the pine cone in behind. And then I've got some leaves. Take a smaller leaf. Tuck that under. Oops. I just like to move things around as I see fit. Okay. I think I like it. I'm just thinking I want to put some stenciling in the back. I'm not sure about that girl there. Might move this all up a little bit. Like that. I think I like that more. Okay. I think I have a vision. So I'm going to move all this. Hopefully I don't lose any pieces. And I'm going to take, I think, this stencil. I'm going to stencil, but focus it in the middle. Heavier hand in the middle, and then I think I'm going to go lighter as I go out. And for the color, I think I'm going to do the tea dye and tap it into the vintage photo. So a combination of tea dye and vintage photo. And start in the middle, and then as you lose ink, work your way out. Just make sure you don't move the stencil. Okay, that looks good. Then I'll do the same thing over here. All right, that looks good to me. Now I'm going to start gluing everything down. And I'm just going to see if I like the positioning on this side better. Because I could bring it closer in the middle. And center it maybe a bit better. Or if I have her over here. No, I don't think I like that. Okay, I think I liked it like that. Her here. And then I can put I just want to see if I like this at all. It's too cluttered at the bottom then. Okay, not too sure about that. I'm going to just keep playing with positioning. Bring this one back. I had this tucked back here. Okay, I think I left like the left side, so I'm going to start adhering that into place. I'll take my glue. Actually, I should have done something else, I think. Before I glue it, okay, I'm going to let that just sit there quickly, move this all, and quickly, I have an idea. Put that down. I've got a little bit of brown re-inker. Shake that up. I want to do some splatters. Dump some out. I've got black on, so I should be safe. Then I've got the brush. Pick that up. Grab something to tap with. I need a bit more. It's too small of splatters. There we go. Okay. I think that's good. I'm going to just throw some heat on that quick. So that way it dries. That looks dry to me. Now that image I added glue to, it's probably, it's a bit wet, but mostly dry. So let's add more glue again. About right there. And then the fox was down here. That was tucked in like so. So let's place this one next. Then the fox image. Should have moved this to the left, but it's dried already, so it's staying there. Right, the fox is added. I do want to just see if I like that one more. No, I think I like that one more. In the corner. But I don't want to add it yet. Let's tuck a leaf in behind. I'm going to just pull that up a little bit before it dries all the way. I'm just going to use my pokey tool, lift that paper up. And tip that under, or glue that under the corner. Okay, let's figure this out now. Good overlap. have her, or opposite maybe. And then maybe this could go at the bottom or in here. Just got to play around with the placement of everything. Okay, I think I like that. Then I have a bunny. Okay, oops, I'm making smear marks. I guess it wasn't dry enough at the bottom, but that's okay. Okay, let's add this so far. Okay, and then we'll do the branch. And I'll glue her down next. And then the flowers, that might actually work there. Let me put this over here and try that. Okay, let's do that instead. Swapped those around. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off if I can find my scissors. There they go. Okay. Cut that. Okay, then put that in the top corner, unless I like that more. No. Okay, let's look at what I have all cut out. Maybe I should have tucked that behind. Or out from here, because I can always cut it and add it. No, I'm gonna leave that. Okay, I'm gonna grab my junk journal book and just see what I can add. Trying to debate on whether I add more florals to the bottom. Gosh, decisions. Oh, actually, there's books. Maybe I'll cut the books out after because I feel like I might run out of time. But I might not. It might be okay. Okay, I'm going to add the flowers up in the corner here. And then whatever hangs off the edge, I'll just cut with scissors. And I might add a second leaf. I feel like it looks kind of funny like that. Let's tuck a second leaf up there. Now I need something down here. I don't really know if I want them facing each other, two girls on the same page. I don't think I want that. Maybe I'll see about this. I'm not sure. This is a tough one. Just to the bottom. Oh, you know what I should add? sentiment. Okay, I see. Let's do. Oh, I forgot I had the pumpkin. Could do something like that. Okay, I'm gonna cut out cozy fall sentiments. Okay, fall and cozy. How am I gonna cut this one out? Let's do flip that around. Cut. Oh, I forgot there's mushrooms. Maybe I'll add a mushroom to the bottom. I'm just gonna clean up over the cozy sentiment. Cozy ball. Okay, let's look if there's any bigger mushrooms because then I don't have to do so much fussy cutting. Here's a mushroom. I'll cut that one out. And I think I might want a second one. I see a second one that looks very similar. It's just slightly smaller, so I think I might cut that one out after. One and the second one here, but there's one that's moving out to the side that I could actually, okay, I think I'm gonna cut 3 mushrooms that are all very similar. And this one here. All right. I'm gonna cut this one out. Okay, mushroom 2, and then there was another one that I seem to have lost. Where did that go? Oh, is it behind here? No. Oh, there it is. It's blending in. Oh gosh, I'm just throwing it. Okay, I think mushrooms is what I needed. I'm gonna have to ink the edges because I have quite a bit of white on the edge. Right, that will come out. Alrighty, let's piece the ending of this together. I am just gonna cut these off because they are bugging me. Good enough. All right, let's do the mushrooms. So I'm just going to add a little bit on the front of the mushroom, and then that's going to get tucked behind and then on front. like that. And then I think I'll add this one just beside it here. Like that. So let's glue it down. Actually, before I glue this one down, I'm just going to leave it there because I might do some more tucking. I'm going to glue the corner of the fall over the cozy. So it looks like it's all one, like that. And then I might layer the mushroom in front of it. So that way the images are all connected together. Last but not least, this marshmallow. I've got camping on my brain already. There we go. And the cozy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take whatever is left on, actually no, not. I'm going to take that small blending brush in Vintage Photo, and I'm going to ground the mushrooms by adding brown ink under them. Could be acting as like a shadow, but it looks like it's a bit more grounded now. Okay, now I need to add some butterflies. I have lots of butterflies cut out. Should I add the pumpkin? No. No, not the pumpkin. Okay, I've got 4 butterflies. Let's place these. I also have, I did cut out fall vibes. I might add that up here. So I'm going to cut that out. This is one of the stickers. If I can peel it. Come on, peel. There we go. Just at the top, like that. Okay, butterflies. I think I'm gonna put that one there because it pops nicely. That one's gonna be off the page slightly. Let's see if the bigger one. Let's do the bigger one there. Small one. Maybe like, oh, maybe I'll put it on her. About there. And one coming out from there. Okay, I'm gonna add all of these. Coming together very nicely. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. Up here. Do I tuck anything? Okay, I think I'm done. I might add another sentiment over here. I feel like it might need something, so I'm just going to check if there's any. Find your bliss. Let's do that. I'm just going to ink with whatever is left on my brush on the edges. And I think I'm going to add the Find Your Bliss right there. Need something here. Okay. And I think I want to add some white texture paste. Do I? Yep, let's do some white texture paste. I have a script stencil. And actually, it's the Pearl White from Crafter's Workshop that I'm using. And I'm just going to grab a spatula. I'm not going to use too much. Okay, I'm going to do the left side first. So I'm going to do some over here. A little bit there. Might do, don't want to squish that. Just gonna have to do this side here. Again. Where else? It kind of moved, so it's a bit blurry, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Let's do some at the bottom here. Maybe I should have done the gold instead. I feel like the gold might have been a better choice. I feel like the white's a bit too vibrant. Okay. And then let's do a tiny bit in the top corner. I need some more of it, though. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't have added that. I think I might do a little bit of splattering and then I'll be done because I don't want to mess up any more than I think I should have just left it without or done the gold. Okay, I have some white gesso that I'm just going to splatter over top. Just put a little bit on my surface. And then I will grab a water brush. I like to put a little bit more water into it, make it a little bit liquidier. And then tap. Slightly too much. Too big, I mean, splattering. All right, that is my finished junk journal. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to enter to win a junk journal and ephemera book for yourself, then post a fall card in our Facebook group and I'll announce it at next week's Facebook Live. I will not be live again next week because next week I will be running the open house. So I will still announce it, but there will be a pre-recording for next week. And then after next week, I'll be back live again. Okay, I will see you all. Well, you'll see me next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks.